Hey there. Did you know that in the real world, lines don't exist? That's right. See, in the drawing world, we tend to sketch and draw things by drawing them in lines. We look at birds, we look at trees and whatnot. They always have an outline. We always use our pencils or pens or whatnot to capture an outline of sorts. But in the real world, that outline, if you look at me right now, this outline, this line on the outline doesn't exist. Well, a good question is, why do we draw it? Well, because on paper, we need a way to represent the edge, the boundary of objects. So that's why we sketch lines to describe those contours, those boundaries. But in the real world, they technically don't exist. It's not like right now I could pull a line, a string from here and like that. No, they don't exist. So what is it that we're seeing actually when we're looking at objects? How are we able to define boundaries between objects? Well, as it turns out, if you look at it from a physics point of view, boundaries of objects are really just a change in the shading and or the color of different surfaces. Different surfaces usually will have different, will reflect or emit different colors, different hues, saturation value, and that's how our eyes are able to pick up the differences between surfaces, and that change in the shade and the color of surfaces is what we're seeing, is how we're defining the break between objects. So there you go. And this has a lot of implication, especially for painting. If you're a painter, you're familiar with this idea that there are no such thing as lines, boundary lines, in the world of observational art. Okay, when you observe the real world, it's not like everything you look at has a boundary, around them. It's really a change again of it's a change of lighting, reflection, color, hue, saturation value. Is a change of that, a shift of that, sudden shift of that creates the illusion of boundary. This is helpful again for painters. It helps painters to understand that what they're looking at, what we are looking at, really when we look at different objects in the world, we're looking at millions of changes of different values and shades and hue, color.
Light, turn right onto East Park Boulevard.
So when you understand that, I don't know if it makes it easier for you to paint, but definitely at least it gives you a different perspective on the way you look at the world, the way you look at things, the way we interpret the world that we see. Okay, so I hope this is helpful, and there you go. There are no such thing as lines in the real world. Take this wisdom and apply it and see how that changes your design life, your painting, your drawing life. All right, this is Mr. Dan. We'll see you next time.